D'Artagnan passed through the very midst of this discontented mob just as if his horse, and he had been made of iron. Mazarin and Guitant conversed together in whispers. The musketeers, who had already discovered who Mazarin was, followed in profound silence. In the street of St. Thomas du Louvre they stopped at the barrier distinguished by the name of Quinsvinx. Here Guitant spoke to one of the subalterns, asking how matters were progressing. "Ah, captain," said the officer, "everything is quiet hereabout if I did not know that something is going on in yonder house," and he pointed to a magnificent hotel situated on the very spot wherein the Vaudeville now stands. "In that hotel? It is the Hotel Rambouillet," cried Guitant. "I really don't know what hotel it is. All I do know is that I observed some suspicious-looking people go in there." "Nonsense!" exclaimed Guitant, with a burst of laughter. "Those men must be poets." "Come, Guitant, speak, if you please, respectfully of these gentlemen," said Mazarin. "Don't you know that I was in my youth a poet? I wrote verses in the style of Benserade." "You, my lord?" "Yes. I repeat to you some of my verses, just as you please." "My lord, I do not understand Italian." "Yes, but you understand French." And Mazarin laid his hand upon Guitant's shoulder. "My good, my brave Guitant, whatsoever command I may give you in that language, in French whatever I may order you to do, will you not perform it?" "Certainly, I have already answered that question in the affirmative, but that command must come from the queen herself." "Yes, yes." Mazarin bit his lips as he spoke. "I know your devotion to her majesty." "I have been a captain in the queen's guards for 20 years," was the reply. "En route, Monsieur d'Artagnan," said the cardinal. "All goes well in this direction." D'Artagnan, in the meantime, had taken the head of his detachment without a word, and with that ready and profound obedience which marks the character of an old soldier. He led the way toward the hill of Saint Roch. The Rue Richelieu and the Rue Vildet were then, owing to their vicinity to the ramparts, less frequented than any others in that direction, for the town was thinly inhabited thereabout. "Who is in command here?" asked the cardinal. "Villequier," said Guitant. "Diavolo, speak to him yourself, for ever since you were deputed by me to arrest the Duc de Beaufort. This officer and I have been on bad terms. He laid claim to that honour as captain of the royal guards. I am aware of that, and I have told him 100 times that he was wrong. The king could not give that order, since at that time he was hardly 4 years old. Yes, but I could give him the order. Guitant and I preferred to give it to you." Guitant, without reply, rode forward and desired the sentinel to call Monsieur de Villequier. "Ah, so you are here," cried the officer, in the tone of ill humour habitual to him. "I wish to know, can you tell me, pray, is anything fresh occurring in this part of the town?" "What do you mean?" "People cry out, 'Long live the king, down with Mazarin.' That's nothing new, no. We've been used to those acclamations for some time." "And you sing chorus?" replied Guitant, laughing. "Faith, I've half a mind to do it. In my opinion the people are right, and cheerfully would I give up 5 years of my pay which I am never paid, by the way to make the king 5 years older. Really, and pray what would come to pass, supposing the king were 5 years older than he is? As soon as ever the king comes of age, he will issue his commands himself, and 'tis far pleasanter to obey the grandson of Henry IV. than the son of Peter Mazarin. 'Sdeath, I would die willingly for the king. But supposing I happened to be killed on account of Mazarin, as your nephew came near being today, there could be nothing in paradise, however well placed I might be there, that could console me for it. Well, well, Monsieur de Villequier," Mazarin interposed, "I shall make it my care the king hears of your loyalty. Come, gentlemen," addressing the troop, "let us return." "Stop!" exclaimed Villequier. So Mazarin was here so much the better. I have been waiting for a long time to tell him what I think of him. I am obliged to you, Gutent, although your intention was perhaps not very favourable to me, for such an opportunity.